The year 2024 will forever be etched in memory for the wrong reasons, marred by a series of aviation disasters that shook the world. Two incidents in particular stand out for their sheer scale of tragedy and the profound questions they raised about air safety. These were not isolated events, but stark reminders of the fragility of life and the ever-present risks inherent in air travel. In an age where technology reigns supreme, the sudden and catastrophic loss of aircraft, symbols of human ingenuity and progress, served as a harsh reality check. The world watched in horror as news reports unfolded, detailing the harrowing final moments of these flights and the devastating impact on the lives of those on board and their families left behind. The stories of the passengers and crew members, their hopes, dreams, and the everyday moments that made up their lives were tragically cut short. The void left by their absence became a poignant reminder of the human cost of these disasters. These tragedies cast a long shadow, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about the complexities of aviation safety and the limits of human capability in the face of unforeseen circumstances. The investigations that followed were not merely about assigning blame, but about understanding the intricate chain of events that led to these catastrophic outcomes. Flight 8721, a routine domestic flight, took off on a seemingly ordinary morning. The passengers, a mix of business travelers and families heading for vacation, settled into their seats, unaware of the horror that awaited them. The initial leg of the journey was uneventful, the steady hum of the engines a reassuring presence. As the aircraft reached cruising altitude, a series of seemingly minor technical glitches began to arise. What initially appeared to be manageable malfunctions quickly escalated into a cascade of failures, overwhelming the crew's ability to maintain control. The cockpit voice recorder, recovered from the wreckage, would later reveal the rising panic in the pilots' voices as they struggled to comprehend the unfolding crisis. The aircraft, once a symbol of modern engineering, was now locked in a desperate battle against gravity and failing systems. Communication with air traffic control became increasingly frantic as the pilots fought to regain control, their voices betraying a growing sense of helplessness. In those final terrifying minutes, as the plane plummeted towards the earth, one can only imagine the thoughts racing through the minds of those on board. The crash, when it came, was swift and brutal, leaving no survivors and a debris field scattered across miles of unforgiving terrain. Flight 305, an international flight bound for a bustling metropolis, vanished from radar screens over the vast expanse of the North Sea. The disappearance, sudden and unexplained, sent shockwaves through the international community. Theories abounded, ranging from catastrophic mechanical failure to the unthinkable, terrorism. As days turned into weeks, the search for the missing aircraft became a race against time and the unforgiving elements. Navies from multiple countries scoured the treacherous waters, hoping against hope for a sign of the missing plane. The families of those on board clung to fading hopes, their anguish amplified by the lack of concrete information. The discovery of small pieces of wreckage confirmed the worst fears. Flight 305 had crashed into the sea, claiming the lives of all on board. The recovery of the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder became paramount, offering the only hope of piecing together the final moments of the ill-fated flight. The investigation, complex and fraught with challenges, revealed a chilling truth. A series of small errors, compounded by unforeseen circumstances, had created a perfect storm, leading to the aircraft's demise. The tragedy of Flight 305 served as a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of aviation and the importance of meticulous attention to detail in an industry where even the smallest oversight can have catastrophic consequences. In the wake of these tragedies, the world grappled with the enormity of the loss. News reports were dominated by images of grieving families, their faces etched with pain and disbelief. The victims were not just numbers, but individuals with lives, loves, and aspirations. One image in particular captured the collective heartbreak. A mother, clutching a photograph of her daughter, her face a mask of unbearable grief. Her daughter, a bright and promising young woman, had been on board Flight 8721, her dreams and future extinguished in an instant. The outpouring of sympathy and support transcended borders, a testament to the shared humanity that unites us in times of crisis. Candlelight vigils were held worldwide, offering solace and a space for collective mourning. These tragedies served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the profound impact such events have on those left behind. The grieving process for the families and friends of the victims would be long and arduous, marked by a roller coaster of emotions and the daunting task of rebuilding their lives in the absence of their loved ones. As the dust settled, attention shifted to the painstaking task of investigating the causes of these tragedies. Teams of experts from aviation authorities, manufacturers, and independent organizations descended upon the crash sites, their mission to sift through the wreckage and piece together the final moments of the doomed flights. The black boxes, those indestructible sentinels of truth, were recovered and their contents meticulously analyzed. The cockpit voice recorder, capturing the conversations and sounds within the cockpit, would provide crucial insights into the actions of the pilots and the unfolding crisis. The flight data recorder, a treasure trove of technical information, would paint a detailed picture of the aircraft's performance in its final moments, revealing any anomalies or mechanical failures that may have contributed to the crashes. The investigation process, often lengthy and complex, was not about apportioning blame, but about understanding the chain of events that led to these disasters. The goal was to learn from these tragedies and implement changes to prevent similar incidents from happening again. The investigations into both Flight 8721 and Flight 305 revealed a complex interplay of factors, but one element emerged as a recurring theme: human error. In the case of Flight 8721, a series of miscommunications and incorrect procedures by the flight crew, exacerbated by fatigue and time pressure, created a cascade of errors that ultimately led to the crash. For Flight 305, a seemingly minor maintenance oversight, combined with a lack of proper communication between maintenance crews and flight crews, set in motion a chain of events that proved catastrophic. The investigation revealed a systemic issue within the airline, a culture of complacency, and a failure to adequately address safety concerns. These findings served as a stark reminder that even in the age of advanced technology, human error remains a significant factor in aviation accidents. The investigations highlighted the critical importance of proper training, clear communication, and a robust safety culture within airlines. The aviation industry, long aware of the potential for human error, was forced to confront uncomfortable truths about its own practices and the need for continuous improvement in safety protocols and training procedures. The revelations of human error in both crashes sparked public outrage and led to a crisis of confidence in the aviation industry. Passengers, once accustomed to the convenience and relative safety of air travel, began to question the reliability of the very systems designed to keep them safe. The media, fueled by public anxiety, subjected the airlines involved and the aviation industry as a whole to intense scrutiny. Calls for greater transparency, accountability, and stricter safety regulations dominated the headlines. Governments and aviation authorities around the world faced mounting pressure to implement stricter safety regulations and oversight mechanisms. The crashes served as a wake-up call, highlighting the need for constant vigilance and a proactive approach to safety. The aviation industry, facing a potential exodus of passengers and a tarnished reputation, was forced to confront the erosion of public trust. The road to recovery would be long and arduous, requiring a concerted effort to regain public confidence through demonstrable improvements in safety standards and transparency. The tragedies of 2024, while unique in their specific circumstances, were not isolated incidents. They echoed countless other aviation disasters throughout history, each a tragic reminder of the importance of learning from past mistakes. The aviation industry, to its credit, has a long history of embracing safety improvements in the wake of accidents. The investigations into past crashes have led to countless advancements in aircraft design, pilot training, air traffic control procedures, and maintenance protocols. The challenge, however, lies in ensuring that these lessons are not forgotten, and that the industry maintains a culture of continuous improvement. The 2024 crashes served as a stark reminder that complacency has no place in aviation safety. The investigations, while uncovering human errors and systemic failures, also highlighted the importance of a robust safety culture, one that encourages open communication, proactive risk management, and a relentless pursuit of best practices. In the aftermath of these tragedies, the aviation industry faced the daunting task of rebuilding public trust. The road to recovery would be long and challenging, requiring a fundamental shift in mindset from a reactive approach to safety to a proactive one. Airlines implemented comprehensive safety reviews, scrutinizing every aspect of their operations from pilot training and maintenance procedures to communication protocols and safety culture. The focus shifted from merely meeting regulatory requirements to exceeding them. Transparency became paramount, with airlines proactively communicating safety initiatives and investigation findings to the public. The industry recognized the need to rebuild confidence, not just through words, but through demonstrable actions. The long road ahead would require sustained effort, vigilance, and a commitment to learning from the mistakes of the past. The goal was not just to restore public confidence, but to create an even safer and more resilient aviation system for the future. The year 2024, forever marked by aviation tragedies, also showcased the resilience of the human spirit. Amidst the grief and loss, stories of courage, compassion, and unwavering dedication emerged. The first responders, facing harrowing scenes of devastation, worked tirelessly to recover the victims and provide solace to grieving families. Air traffic controllers, thrust into unimaginable situations, exhibited extraordinary composure and professionalism. The families of the victims, united by their shared loss, found strength in each other, honoring the memories of their loved ones while advocating for improved aviation safety. The tragedies of 2024 served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life, but also of the indomitable human spirit that rises above adversity. The pursuit of safer skies continued, driven by a collective determination to honor the memories of those lost by preventing such tragedies from happening again.